I was just reading in the book of James, and one thing I wanted to share with you is that faith is without works is dead. Um, the book of James has just really been speaking to me, and I wanted to share this with you. So James says, "What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him?" And one example that he gives of having faith without works is if a brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you says to them, "Depart in peace, be warmed and filled," but you do not give them the things which are needed for the body, what does it profit? Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. So it's just saying, you told them, peace, be warmed and filled, but so this is an example of where they just had faith that they would get what they needed, but they didn't actually help them out or give them what they needed. So this is just showing really that when God and another example here that I like is in chapter 2 verse 26, when James says, "For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is also dead." And it just shows that if we don't, when God calls us to do something, we can't just believe that that's what He's calling us to do. It's not going to do good for us. We actually have to do what He's telling us to do. And something that I read here in the book of James as well talks about how it talks about Abraham and Sarah, how Abraham was 101 years old, and Sarah was 90 when they had a child. So they basically have been waiting for a child for a very long time, and God tested. It says here, God tested Abraham's appreciation, and this is not Bible. This is not scripture. This is just something my Bible explaining what's happening. He says it just says God tested. It says years later God tested Abraham's appreciation and his faith by asking him to kill Isaac, who is his son, as a sacrifice. Abraham and Sarah's son, as a sacrifice. Even after waiting so long for the son, so basically they were waiting a very long time for the son that God promised them, but then God asked Abraham to kill Isaac, kill their son that they had been waiting so long for, and Abraham, he did not hesitate to obey God and do what God had asked of him to do. And when he was getting ready to sacrifice Isaac and to kill him, right when he was about to do it, God sent in a ram to as a sacrifice, and as a sacrifice instead of Isaac. So this is a very strong example, but it doesn't apply to us any. It applies to us just as much as it does for Abraham. When we hear God tell us to do something, we can't hesitate to obey Him. We need to just know that, and sometimes myself, sometimes I have trouble understanding if when I hear things that are like this, that are seem odd or seem like maybe it's not God asking me to do something. Sometimes I have trouble knowing that if it is Him or not, or I kind of like I know it is, but then I kind of doubt what I heard, doubt that he told me that. And I just sometimes we just have to ask him and and obey. And so sometimes God did this to me recently, where and I just God was telling me to do something, but I felt like it just like it wasn't really making sense. So I just all I'm trying to say is that when God asks us to do something, we kind of just have to be obedient, and to know that in the long run, or like when if we are obedient, that God is on our side, that He is going to be there with us to make sure that everything's gonna work out according to His plan. You know, so just and just remember, faith without works is dead. Whatever God is calling you to do, just do it, even when it doesn't make sense. Because trust me, how I started this, and this is a story for a whole another time. This is like my testimony, but God, when He called me to do this, He didn't just call me to just start this. He called me to do something that didn't even make any sense to me at all. It made no sense to me, and I was just like questioning, like, are you serious? Like, is this really what you want me? Like, it was crazy, because He was telling me to do it. I knew He was telling me to do it, but and this isn't not getting in a camera and talking. This is something else. He was telling me to do it. And I'm like, God, are you like, I knew He was telling me, but I was just like so confused. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this is just seems pointless. This is my calling. And He led me, and through that He led me to talking into this camera, and talking to you guys, and just spreading His word. And I had no clue when I started doing that this is where He was going to lead me to. And so it's just to show that God is, we have to be obedient even when it doesn't make sense, because the plans that He has for us, Jeremiah chapter 29:11, the plans that He has for us are amazing, and it's not always what it seems. It's not always what it seems. So trust the Lord. I love you so much. I hope you have a good Sabbath day. Hope you have a good Sabbath day.